No big deal. So this is for the YouTubes. Hey guys, we are here doing the rival playoff scenarios. In case you want to know, heading into today, probably be a lot less people watching this because one, I'm doing this literally right before the games happen, just because a lot of games were played the past previous days that we weren't sure what was going to happen. Now, the two big things for the rivals is top two, you will go into the promotion tournament, but top four will guarantee your spot in the rival series, at least going into RLCS Season 6. So that's extremely important because we all know play-ins are just a pain in the ass. What's going on, Assassin? What's up, Aaron? So those are the two things that we're looking at now. It's a little easier in North America side, and now my phone is ringing. Sorry about that. But let's get into it. We'll start going over this really quickly because I have a plane to catch to go to RLCS. But here we go. First, we'll start with Triple Trouble. Now, I wrote this really quickly, so there's going to be like spelling mistakes and all that stuff, so bear with me. But we will start here. Here's my prediction sheet if you haven't seen this before. If you're in the green, if all your percent's in the green, you're top 2. If all your percent's in at least the blue, you're top 4. So, here we go. Top 2. Now, these will also help you get to top 4, obviously, but we're just going to do it this way. So, top 2. If Triple Trouble wins 3-1 over Servette, they're in. They're in the top 2. See, they get number 1 or number 2. Or they win, just in general, and Placebo lose 1 game. As you can see here with 1 loss, Triple Trouble is still ahead of them in the win percentage column down here. So you see 17-12, 16-12. Or Team Secret lose just in general, because Team Secret's win percentage is so high. See how it's so high there, 65%. They would have to lose for Triple Trouble to catch them. So, or Team Secret lose, and they would get a top 2 spot. Simple as that for Triple Trouble. We'll clear the board. Now, to get top 4, all they need is Juicy Kids to lose, Placebo to lose, or say that doesn't happen. So, say they still lose, obviously like a 3-0. Like, if Juicy Kids wins, then it goes into like a tiebreaker scenario here. So, say Placebo also wins. So, if none of that happened, then say Juicy Kids only wins 3-2, Triple Trouble would beat them out. So, it all comes down to win percentage between them and Juicy Kids, and that's how they would make top 4. So, pretty simple for Triple Trouble. So, we'll move on from them. So, that's Triple Trouble. Next up, we have Servette. Servette's even easier because, again, if we look at win percentages here, Servette's slightly ahead of Triple Trouble, so they don't have to do as much work. If they just win their series versus Triple Trouble, they are in. Pretty simple. If they lose, though, they are out. There is no way for them to get in. You see that? Then yada yada. Now, top 4, though, if they win 2 games, like we see here in this 3-2, they are in. Or if Juicy Kids loses 2 games, they are in. So, we'll say this is a 3-1. And we'll say Team Secret wins 3-1. Then Servette is also in. Like, it's just a combination. If they, the amount of games they win and the amount of games Juicy Kids loses. Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote this the wrong way. Maybe I could be wrong with that. Yeah, so that's how that would work. So, win 2, Juicy Kids lose 2, or a combination 1 and 1. And they would be in. So, it's pretty simple for Servette. Again, win percentage matters, kids. Get those wins. All right, what's going on, Carl? Next up, we're moving on. We're going through this really quick because I got places to be. Placebo coming up. They are also at this 4-2. There's a 4-way tie, obviously, which I didn't say earlier, in Europe. So it's a little hectic here. But most of them are playing different teams. Not every single one, but like we see Servette and Triple Trouble playing. Placebo, if they win 3-0, their win percentage is not great. So they need a 3-0. Plus, they need Triple Trouble 3-2 over Servette. If that happens, they are in. They get a top 2 spot because they jump ahead of Triple Trouble in win percentage. They cannot do that versus Servette. Or they can just win in general and Team Secret lose. Again, they won't catch Triple Trouble or Servette. But if they win, they just need Team Secret to lose. And then they would pass Team Secret. Because obviously, Team Secret would have an extra loss, but they can't pass Team Secret in win percentage, so they would need them to lose, or that 3-2 result from Servette. So they could just win with a 3-2 there. Top 4, pretty simple for them. If they win, they're in. As we can see here, For Placebo, there we go. They would need to be second or third with a win. But if they lose, then trouble is afoot. They would need Juicy Kids to lose. And this is for Placebo. It doesn't matter what the win percentages are, because again, their win percentage is terrible. So if Juicy Kids wins 3-2, Juicy Kids would move up above them. So it just comes down to if they lose, they need Juicy Kids to lose as well. And they would make top 4. Otherwise, they are out. Get them out of here. So, that's that result. Moving away from Placebo. We'll go to Team Secret. Team Secret, very high win percentage. They're #1 for a reason. They have clinched top 4. They cannot be passed. Juicy Kids cannot catch them. So, they have clinched top 4. But, if they win, they get the spot. Doesn't matter what the result is. They just need to win. Or, if Placebo loses, they get the spot. Because these two are playing each other, Triple Trouble and Servette, and then Placebo's the only other team that could just pass them just outright. So no one can catch them in wins and losses. So there you go. Team Secret would just need Placebo to lose or for themselves to win, and they get top 2. Moving on, we got Juicy Kids. Juicy Kids cannot get top 4, but they need some help to get... I'm sorry, they cannot get top 2, but they need some help to get top 4. If they win and Placebo lose, as we showed earlier, then they get top 4. If they win 3-1, then Servette has to win 3-1, or Triple Trouble has to win 3-0, and this is because of win percentages. They're trying to catch both of those teams, so they need those teams to lose kind of badly. So Servette wins 3-1, Juicy Kids moves ahead of Triple Trouble. But on the other side, Triple Trouble has to 3-0 Servette because Servette has that one extra game up on everyone. So they would need that for Juicy Kids to surpass Servette. Now, if they win 3-0, things really help them. The only result in this first game between Triple Trouble and Servette that can't happen is Triple Trouble 3-2 Servette, because that would give Servette just enough win ratio to pass Juicy Kids. Any other result here, with Servette winning or Triple Trouble or whatever, Juicy Kids makes top 4 because they will pass Servette or they'll pass Triple Trouble, whoever loses, the loser of that match. So that's what Juicy Kids needs. So they need every single win, that's for sure. So that's it for Europe. So we're going to move over to NA. NA is a lot easier because last night FlyQuest, they took out the dudes, and FlyQuest and Allegiance have clinched top 2. We will see them in promotion. Now we're just trying to settle the top 4. So, moving on. Space Station Gaming. I guess it's not a capital S. I'm sorry. I thought it was a capital S there. But, Space Station Gaming. If they win, they are in. But they're playing Allegiance. It's a very tough game. So, all they got to do is win. And they will move up to 5-2. And obviously, no one can catch them because they have that extra game on everyone. So, as you see here, there's 2 5-1s. Space Station is 4-2. So, they're a game up on everyone. Then Dignitas dudes, and then Splice is the only other team that has a chance. So, Space Station, you win, you're in. If you lose, your win rate is not great. So we see here, they only have a 54% win rate at 4-2. Like Dignitas, they're 3-3, and they have a higher win rate. And dudes is so close that if dudes won and Space Station lost, for them to catch each other, they wouldn't be able to. A Space Station cannot pass the dudes in win percentage. So they need... if they lose, then Dig or dudes to lose, and they would make it into the top 4. But again, they don't hold these tie breaks. So lucky for them, they have that 1-game edge. Next up, Dignitas for a top 4. If they win 3-0, they're in. No one can catch them in tie breaks at that point. So Dignitas is in, as we can see here, 3 and 4 clinch. If they win, plus the dudes win, though, then we get some tiebreaker scenarios. Now, see, before we get into it, they're really close. Right now, dudes is 1 game back of Dignitas. So if they catch up in that 1 game, the dudes would grab the spot. So if we had like a 3-1 here, but the dudes got a 3-0, then the dudes move up because the dudes beat Dignitas. So the dudes are trying to catch up by 1 game. So like as long as Dignitas matches the dudes win, they are in. Or they could win and the dudes or Space Station Gaming can lose. Again, Space Station doesn't hold any tie breaks and dudes would fall 1 game back. So that's how Dig would get their top 4 spot. Next up, The dudes top 4, if they win plus a dig or space station loss, they are in. Win plus the dig win with the tiebreaker, as we talked about before, they have to beat Dignitas' win by a game. So if they go 3-0, Dignitas' goes 3-1, which is very likely. The dudes would get the spot here. But they can also make it if they lose. So if they lose 3-2, they would need Space Station to lose. So they would come down in the tiebreaker scenario. Actually, I don't think they need Space Station to lose. I'm not sure where I put that. So like if they lose 3-2, that they just need Dig to lose 3-1, as we see here. And then they're in. They don't need Space Station. So don't worry about that one. So yeah, so that's like the same way on the tiebreaker side with Dignitas, but on the other end. And this would at least keep Splice away from them. Like, if Dig lose 3-0, I want to check this real quick, then Splice actually moves ahead of both of them. So, it would have to be exactly a 3-1 loss from Dignitas for the dudes to make it with a loss. So, there you go. That's what the dudes need. So, if they do lose 3-2, then you're hoping and praying on that Splice Dignitas series. Next up, moving on. We got Splice for top 4. The last team that can make top 4. You see they have 8% chance down here. They need to win 3-0. No matter what, they have to win 3-0 because that's the only way they pass Team Dignitas in win percentage. And then any chance that they catch up to the dudes. So they need the dudes to lose this series. But they also need to lose the series. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Just lose the series in general. It doesn't matter if it's a 3-2 or not. So they need to catch up to Dignitas, and then they need the dudes to lose. And no matter how the dudes lose, Splice will take over that spot. So that's what they need. That's what everyone needs. Again, top 2 is already locked for FlyQuest and Allegiance, so don't have to worry about that. But that is all of the playoff scenarios. I just wanted to do this quickly for you guys and throw it up on YouTube very quickly. And then I have a flight to catch. So it's going to be a very short stream. I just wanted to stream it for you guys really quick. But that'll do it for the Rivals playoff scenarios. And, yeah. I will catch you guys later. Bye. So that'll be it for the YouTube portion, guys.